My guy, why you ballin' up in the forest? What's good, bro?
You guys ready for some quality content? Let's do this.
Okay, guys. We need to pick up the intensity. Boston drill. Here we go.
That's some bullshit. There was no way he made that. Bro, what are you doing? Nah, this dude's fake as hell. Yep, he's fake. This dude could do this in practice, but can't do that in a real game. Okay, you're funny. This dude's hella funny. Like how? How?
All right, fellas, competition time. Beat the pro. Let's go. Okay, we're good on the drills for now. Let's make sure we're getting better every day.
How the fuck? This dude.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Detroit Pistons as they go up against the Indiana Pacers. Last outing for the Pacers, unsuccessful, coming away with a loss to Oklahoma City. That game was a shootout. Defense will be the key tonight for them to bounce back with a win. It's rare to see a point guard lead the NBA in scoring, but that's exactly what Freak is doing right now. Not only that, but he's still making sure to get everybody involved. How great has this been for this kid?
I mean, only MVP candidates can lead the league in scoring at the point guard position. I mean, it's critical to his team's success. Most guys would say, well, he's shooting too much. But no, his teammates say he's not shooting enough.
Let's take them back.
We're coming at you from the Palace of Auburn Hills in beautiful suburban Detroit as the Pistons prepare to take the floor. Last game for the Pacers, a loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder. And guys, they were in that one to the very end. They just couldn't put it together in the last few minutes. They lost by just 2 points.
And that was one of the few times that you'll see a team just lack fight defensively in losing that game.
Yeah, and I know their fans may not want to hear it, but the reality and the truth is the defensive end of the floor was not what it needed to be in terms of effort.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for Indiana, Jordan, he's in at point guard. He's out there with Ellis. Paul George is out there with Turner. And it's Sims in at the four slot.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
And so it's the Pistons getting on the board first. From the wing. No good from Jordan. On defense, Indiana. Jackson passes to Drummond. Jordan against Jackson. Harris up top. Outside Leonard. Right wing. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Caldwell Pope. Pacers with the rebound. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Pistons team.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Yeah, plenty of opportunity here, guys, to get on each other's bad side. I mean, if they weren't already. Should make for some fairly high drama.
Drummond dishes to Caldwell Pope. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Ellis kicks to Jordan. It's hauled in by Harris.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now here's Jackson. 11 points for him in that last game against Cleveland.
But his passing just blew me away. I mean, to see him operate their offense that way was a breath of fresh air.
They now take the lead. Jordan's got his first points of the night. For Detroit, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Coach Stan Van Gundy. He knows they've got to really dig in defensively, facing a very talented offense. He said if you let them get going, they can run off a big lead and really put you behind the 8 ball. We've got to be disciplined, work together, and be prepared to make second, third, and fourth efforts. Whatever it takes to get a stop, that's what we'll have to do. Kevin, we'll see if they can get a win in this, their first matchup of the season.
And Doris, thank you as always. And of course, facing an offense like this, you really have to be aware at all times of the weapons they throw at you.
Yeah, and they can light it up when they get it going. It's going to take a top-notch effort defensively to keep them in check.
And you know what? I think they're up for it. I like to hear Coach acknowledging the challenge they're facing. They know what they're in for.
Jumper off the screen. That's good from Harris on the assist by Jackson. Harris has got his second bucket of the night. Pacers trail by 5. In the corner, George with it. And a wide open look for Jordan. It's good from long range.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Jackson against Jordan. Jackson kicks to Drummond. The stupendous finish in traffic. Drummond's got 6 points.
Just too dominant in the low post to let him have the ball in that close.
Well, really simple opportunity for him. I mean, that's his bread and butter there.
Here's Jordan. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Took him no time at all on that one. 10 points for him.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. Poked loose. Outside Jackson. Lets the 3 fly. And another 3 for Detroit.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
Jordan. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple. Just an amazing game for Jordan. He already has 11 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
Now here's Jackson. And there's another one for the Pistons.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Jordan, the jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Jordan's got 14.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Jackson kicks to Drummond, feeds to Harris. Back to Drummond. From 10 feet out. No good off the back of the rim. Indiana's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Outside Jordan. Here's Sims. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
Down low, here's George, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here in the Palace, let's give it up for your Auto Motion. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. Freak number 1.
And he's not going to be soon, and it's safe to say neither will anyone who watched him.
Miami's checked in for Turner. Pistons trail by 7. And stolen by Jordan. Again, Indiana. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Pacers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Here's Jordan following the score by Reggie Jackson. And George kicks to Jordan. Outside, George. And it's Jordan. That time on the assist by George. 22 points for Jordan.
Dropping bombs. How many more threes are we going to see from him tonight?
Well, we've already seen plenty. I mean, he's got more points from outside the arc than inside of it so far.
They get it again. Pacers leading by 10. Here's George. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. And Detroit again with the bucket.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Incredible stuff here early on.
Both teams playing downhill. You know, coaches say that all the time. You want to play downhill. Well, at some point you think somebody's got to cool. Off in this one, right?
Mahimi's shot is good.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
The drive by Jackson, and the shot falls short this time.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Jordan with the bucket.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Now here's Jackson. This one for 3, and another 3 for Detroit.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
To the paint. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
And now let's take a moment to check out stats for Sims. How he did last season. First in scoring, first in steals, and with his incredible knack from long range, he ranked first in the league in three-point percentage.
Yeah, and that's what made him #1 last year. You can't stop him, and you really can't contain him.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Morris is checked in for Myers Leonard. Johnson comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Jody Meeks in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Jackson. Detroit, no good that time either.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
And he gets it to go. 6 points for Paul George.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Jordan with a screen on Jackson. Outside for Jordan. And Indiana, another 3.
The defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
Morris a screen. And stolen by Jordan. Launches the 3. Detroit with the rebound. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
You know what? A lot of three-pointers, but for me, more so, it was the shot selection on those three-pointers. I just felt like they were just too trigger-happy from downtown.
You know, Greg, sometimes you're able to shoot your way out of a slump, but they just kept making things worse. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And stolen by Jordan. For the finish, throws down the breakaway jam.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
And the basket by Johnson.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Jordan with a screen on Johnson. George passes to Jordan. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 4th assist in this one.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now, here is Morris. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. To the middle. And George with the stuff.
I'm not sure how I like this one. He used the rim to get some true hang time there.
No, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
Okay,
guys,
I'll buy that for now.
A good old-fashioned chin check right there.
And Detroit has possession, following the score by Indiana. Hill against Jackson. Morris with a screen on Hill. 4 on the clock. Johnson, a wide open look, and it's off from three-point range. Pacers leading by 20. From deep, Jordan. The rebound by Johnson. Now, here's Meeks. He's guarded by Hill and stolen by Jordan. Gets it off. Oh! Hits it. How about that shot?
Big time. Big time.
Incredible.
Wow, what a miracle heave to fit.
And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. It's the Pacers running away with it. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills. And Monte Ellis is still trying to prove people wrong now. Entirely new group now out there. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Sims is checked in. Solomon Hill comes in for Jordan Hill. George is checked in for C.J. Miles. And it's Jordan in for Monte Ellis. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Andre Drummond is out there with Myers Leonard. And it's Harris in at the small forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. And the shot is good.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Jackson kicks to Harris. He feeds it to Caldwell Pope. Pacers with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
A nice shot by Jordan.
Another bucket added to the lead. They've been the better team in every facet.
And in my opinion, you get extra bonus points, extra eye of the beholder points when you do it the way they're doing it on the road. That's special.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Thunder was superb. He finished with 45 points and was just a menace defensively and came away with a bunch of steals. What a show it was as he put up some really amazing numbers when it was all said and done. Even we marveled at his performance, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing.
And you know, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play.
From deep three-point range, Indiana again missing.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
A chance here to get a quick injury report.
It doesn't seem like too drastic of an injury. That is going to make things very hard on them in what is still a very young season. Hopefully, as early as it is, he has time to recover and help this team down the road. Guys?
All right, Doris, really appreciate you finding out how he's doing.
And you know, I know everyone is rooting for him to make a quick and full recovery.
Absolutely. I mean, his teammates want him back out there as much as he wants to be back out there. Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Jordan. Jordan's got 44.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
That one goes. Count.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick-fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
And the Pacers another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And it's Drummond missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss. And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Jackson dishes to Leonard. Pass to Harris. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Hill, finished off the break. Hill's got 7 points in the game.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
And it's sent back by Hill. Out of bounds, Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession. Turner's checked in for the Pacers.
Miles Turner.
1:24 left now here in the second. Here's Caldwell Pope. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Caldwell Pope's got 6 here in this quarter. Hill against Jackson. Hill kicks to George. Stripped it away, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. And you talk about huge single-game scoring performances like we're watching here tonight. Going back, only one player, think of this, only one player in NBA history to go triple digits, and that's the Big Dipper, Wilt Chamberlain, on March 2nd, 1962.
Truly an iconic record. I mean, 100 points. I mean, it's hard to wrap your mind around, but Wilt was a man among boys, a player who changed the way an entire sport was played. Truly a revolutionary.
Hill against Jackson. Jackson is doubled, dishes it to Harris. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. Back to Harris. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. Jordan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been healthy at all.
Detroit's gone past the 3-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Turner with the steal. Jordan against Jackson. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Harris kicks to Jackson. And stolen by Jordan. Shot is no good. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Indiana out in front, delivering the blowout. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, we just witnessed what was an amazing offensive display from this guy in the first half. Where did that scoring explosion come from?
I don't really know. To be honest, I was just looking for a chance to get my shot off, and I just have been applying them over and over in that first half. So, I don't know. I'm sure they'll make some adjustments, but until then, I'm just going to keep attacking.
Thank you for your time. This one far from over, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
Guys, that was the perfect way to start this game. Let's go over some stuff and do more of the same in the second half. It looks like they're willing to give us room to shoot from behind the arc. And as long as they continue to do that, and as long as we continue to shoot as well as we have, let's take what they give us. On the fast break is where we showed the most signs of life. When we pushed it, we were able to catch them on their heels a few times. And let's try to play the second half at a moderate pace. Not too slow, but not too fast that it turns into a shootout. That's not what we want. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Jordan, he's in at the point. Also Ellis out there. Turner is out there with Paul George. And it's Sims in at the 4.
Rising up and punching it over the big man. Absolutely filthy.
Detroit with the ball. Now here's Jackson. Kicks it to Caldwell Pope. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Pistons have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And he knocks down the first one. And Caldwell Pope drops them both. Pacers shooting 70% from the floor. Truly incredible work from this offense tonight. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Pacers have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And the second free throw, good. Detroit's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. The drive by Jackson. Count it. Number 5 from the 4 this game. He's now 5 of 11.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Here's Jordan. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Jackson kicks to Drummond. To the inside. And Jackson with the basket on the assist from Tobias Harris. 15 points for Reggie Jackson.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
More active and more physical down low. That's what's really been the difference thus far. Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
He dishes it to Harris. And Detroit again with the bucket.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
George with no one around. And Indiana, another 3.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Jackson. And it's Drummond with the jam.
And great effort on the boards, and what a move that was, Gary. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pumpkin.
Jordan against Jackson. Offensive rebound, Turner. And they're going to count. The bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step slow.
And the basket by Harris.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Jackson against Jordan.
Move the ball and stick it too much.
Right side, George. Lets it go. Hits the front of the rim and out.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Harris passes to Jackson. Leonard with no one around. Off target from outside. The Pacers have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime.
Thing they should be thinking about is getting the ball in his hands and letting him lead the way on each and every possession. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. From the high post, he drills it. And that's 17 points for Reggie Jackson. Indiana's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Jordan dishes to Hill. Jordan inside, guarded by Jackson. And it's Jordan, that time on the assist from Monte Ellis. Ellis has got his 4th assist in this one. Leonard sets a screen for Jackson. Outside Leonard, wide open look. And Detroit again with the bucket. For Indiana, they've gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Jordan kicks to George.
Is there another player out there capable of moves as stunning as that?
A handful at the most. He is an elite company.
You know, he's got that it factor, no doubt about it. He causes excitement just by walking in the building.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. The shot by Jordan, no good. The Pistons have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Johnson kicks to Jackson. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. And that's 19 points for Reggie Jackson.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over. Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Johnson, the pass to Drummond. On the wing, Johnson. He's guarded by Ellis. Jackson has the open look. Misses the 3.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
The shot's good from Jordan.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
The drive by Jackson. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Lets it go from deep. Detroit with the rebound. Drummond's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Johnson in the corner. There's the 3. And the basket good. Johnson's got his second basket of the night.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Jordan against Jackson. And Jordan gets it to go. Jordan's got 14 points here in the second half.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. The shot is off, so Indiana will take it the other way. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
And stolen by Jordan. Now the Pacers moving it up. And Ellis throws it down.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
I think the crowd is still stunned by that one.
Jackson kicks to Meeks. Down low, here's Drummond. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Morris is checked in for Detroit. Udrich comes in for Jackson. The Pacers also changing it up. C.J. Miles comes in for George. And George Hills subbed in for Ellis. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Checking out the game Beno Udrich is having. 9 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Shooting two.
And he makes the first. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Detroit. Udrich hits them both. Indiana's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. From deep, Jordan. Rebound, Detroit. Now Udrich. 11 points in the game. Off the screen. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Udrich has got 13.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that. This defense is giving their shooters free rein to operate from behind the arc.
And when you allow shooters to get in a rhythm, then you're going to have problems because they can hit it even when you start to defend it with intensity.
And the basket by Johnson.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Hill passes to Jordan. Puts up a 3. The shot, no good. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Here's Udrich. He's got 13. Meeks. That's good. And it's Udrich with the assist that time. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, got to love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
It is, and Clark, that's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons dancers.
Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Six to shoot. From the corner. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
From deep, Jordan. Rebounded by the Pistons. Johnson dishes to Udrich. They double him with Jordan. Johnson for 3. That's good. Johnson's got 8 points here in this quarter.
They've raised their field goal percentage just above 50% here. They actually look like a totally different team than what we saw in the first half. Much better execution offensively.
From deep, Jordan. Udrich grabs the board. The Pistons on offense. They're on a 15-5 run here. It's stolen by Hill. Outside Hill. From deep. And it's Jordan. That time on the assist by Hill. Hill's got his 6th assist on the night. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Pacers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
For the Pistons, Tobias Harris is checked in for Johnson, and it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Jody Meeks.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Detroit's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. And Udrih kicks to Harris. Baines passes to Caldwell-Pope. Soft touch off the glass. Caldwell-Pope's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of UNLV.
Goodness.
No doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
The Pistons on offense. And stolen by Jordan. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop.
Oh. Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Shots good by Turner.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Fast breaks yield easy buckets, guys. They've made the most of their chances in that regard. The defense not able to get set. You get a running start to the rim, you should get a good number of scoring chances that way.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
Fantastic dunk, and he decided to hang around up there for a while, Kevin.
Well, maybe, he didn't want to land awkwardly. I don't know.
Oh, guys, come on. He's up there posing. He's posing for the photographers. That's all that's about.
Finishes the break with a slam.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
Enjoy seeing that kind of bounce out of that spot on the floor.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
And he goes in for the dunk.
And you know what? This guy is just a natural-born scorer.
We've got 13 seconds left in the third. Udrih dishes to Harris. Morris outside. And that time, also a missed shot.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Indiana out in front, just dominating this one. So no problem for Indiana. As they get
Well, you absolutely torched them from the outside tonight. Did you feel like you could hit from just about anywhere on the court?
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance.
You know, Freak was a 4.0 honor student growing up. And tonight, that high IQ is one of the things we saw on display with that sensational performance. Combine his smarts with the fact that he lives and breathes basketball, there's no doubt that he's one of the most intelligent players we have in this league.
It's all about the production. I mean, nothing really fazed this guy tonight. He was the primary option. They needed a bucket, he delivered. He didn't have any problem scoring. They never really had a way to slow him down. Come on.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night